Hi everyone and welcome to Homerino Collectibles, where today I'm going to be taking a look at the Transformers Generations Combiner Wars Brawl. So Brawl is actually my favourite member of the Combaticons that combine to form Bruticus, and with this figure comes a new mould, so that's very nice. Combiner Wars isn't all just repaints, so very nice that we get something new. It's not without its faults, but it is pretty damn cool. So at the first look there, you can see on the packaging, Brawl does look quite green on the cover of that comic book, which, yes, is included with each one. Whereas, you know, especially on that picture right there, when you look at it, it does look quite brown. But it is just a very earthy green, so it is definitely green when you look at it on its own. But definitely when you can see it next to all of the green on the packaging, it does look quite off. It almost looks like a repaint of itself. Bringing it round to the back, we have a small bio right there. You can see just how green he really should have been. Which, it's not really a problem, the colour he is, but he would have looked so much better like that. Here we see Bruticus all put together and everyone else that forms it. So let's go ahead and open this guy up and take a closer look. And here's Brawl in vehicle mode. Now it is actually quite small. From front to back, not including the gun turret, it's actually only 4 inches. So here we have a couple of Age of Extinction movie figures right here. You know, Bumblebee and Lockdown, they're actually bigger than this guy. And they're just, you know, regular sports cars. So it would have been nice to get something a little bit bigger. But obviously with the turret and stuff on top, you know, you've got a bit more bulk in height right there. But it is quite small really for a deluxe, especially for a deluxe tank. Also included is this foot right here, which you can turn into a hand like so. Brawl can be an arm and a leg. So there you go. And if you want to use it on the other side, you just flip it around like so. But unlike most other Combiner Wars figures where this is just kind of, you know, useless, this actually comes in handy. If you just flick up this little peg right here, you can connect it and give him kind of G1 looking weapons, which is really, really nice, and it works really well. I can't think of another Combiner Wars figures where you know, where this actually is useful and can attach to the figure and look good. So I really, really do like this with Brawl. So other than that, this turret right here, it is an accessory. It is the gun in robot mode. So you might think that it might not be able to move. It's just simply pegged in. But the slot that it's put in through is actually really clever and allows it to be tilted up and down, which is very, very cool indeed. I really, really do like that. However, this top piece right here, it's on a couple of double hinges, so this will not swivel at all. So that kind of sucks. It doesn't really matter too much, but it would have been nice to get this thing to swivel. But overall, I think the treads look good. The back is kind of open and empty right there, but I don't think it looks too bad because you've got some nice vents and stuff. Overall, you know, you got ports on the sides as well, so you can, you know, attach this in different ways or attach other things to it. So overall, I really, really do like this thing. You also have a port on the top, and these two round bits here, the G2 Megatron, which this looks a lot like. That actually came with a small watch, like a smaller version of Megatron, a digital watch, and it had 2 buttons on there, and those buttons remind me of these 2 molded parts right there, so that's pretty cool. Now, as a leg, you would just flip up the combiner port, like so. You can move this up, and then what you do is take this, bring it to the back, and I love how this rotates. So then that becomes the port that's on the bottom, because there already was a port on the bottom. That's for the arm, but it has to be smaller, so it's the same size as Swindle. So yeah, that is basically the leg, and I think that looks pretty good. To turn this guy into an arm, what we're going to do is bring this back down and open it up like so, and they come down as if you're taking it into robot mode. So you've got a couple of double hinges right there. They're going to come down, and then they are going to peg together like so. And then the arms right here, they are going to come out and down like so. And then you simply take this and, you know, plug it down there as a hand, and that is basically the arm. It's not the most solid mode in the world, and you can probably do other things to it. Obviously, you would rotate the waist so that you can utilize the articulation right there. But for the most part, you know, it's not super great, but he is supposed to be the leg really, if you're, you know, going to use it as a proper official Bruticus kind of mode. But if we carry on and get him into the robot mode right here, it's not too far from this. So we're going to bring this waist piece down, open up, it sits like so. The arms are going to come down. The hands simply hinge down like so. The back piece goes up and over. The head you can pull up right there. And then you can just simply remove the gun from the back. As you can see, there's a big slot right there. A couple of posts that help to hold in these holes and allow it to actually move, which is really cool. Give him his gun. And then there we have Brawl in robot mode. And in this mode, Brawl looks absolutely fantastic. He stands about 6 inches tall to the top of those shoulders right there. And honestly, it looks so much like a G1 Brawl. It's really, really awesome. I love the gunmetal head right there with the awesome red visor for the eyes. The tiny little Decepticon logo right there, but it's done so well. The gun looks very nice indeed. And then we have other little details right here. Overall, this guy just looks absolutely fantastic. Obviously, I would have liked him to be a bit more green, just like the Warbatron Brawl over here. So there you can definitely see a bit of a difference in the color right there. This is more like what he should have been. And unlike this guy where he was the most slim kind of guy from the team, which I am still yet to review Fierce Attack and Warbatron, so stay tuned for those. This guy does look a bit more kind of, blocky and robust and whatnot, and that's very cool. Apart from when you come to the waist, that is. As you can see, it's kind of gappy in there, and that hinge really is not great. It doesn't clip to anything. It kind of looks like it may have been supposed to, but it didn't come out that way. I'm not really sure why they wouldn't have done that, but it doesn't look great. It doesn't act great. Like if you for some reason get a loose one, that's going to be really, really horrible for you. Mine's perfectly fine. I can shake it around and it doesn't move at all. But yeah, I've seen loose ones out there and they're really not that great. Definitely a design flaw, but that is to me the only really fault of this figure apart from the color. So although they might be two major faults, I love Brawl, I love the Combaticons, so I really do like this figure. And if you like the Combaticons, you will too, so don't worry about it. Most people will have him, as part of Bruticus anyway, and in tank mode it's very solid, so there's no worries there really. As for articulation in this mode, the head does move left and right, and you can get it to look up due to the transformation. Shoulders are on a hinge, so they can kind of go up and down. They go all the way around as well, and out to the side. Then we've got ball joints at the elbow, so the hand can swivel, go up and down and whatnot, so very nice right there. You do obviously have the waist articulation. I like the look and style of these hips, so you just got the ball joint right there. A thigh swivel, single jointed knee, and we actually do get ankle pivot, which is very, very nice as well. Now on mine, if you haven't noticed already, it does have a little bit of kind of a smudge of some really metallic silver right there from down here, I'm guessing. It actually looks quite nice though, to be honest. I like that. It looks like a bit of battle damage as if the paint's been scraped off or something, but obviously that should not be there. And what I'm noticing as well is, as I focus it at different lengths from the camera, it kind of picks it up as a different shade of green, so I'm not too sure exactly what colour it's going to look like when you watch this video. But it does kind of look brown in certain lights, and then you can definitely see it as green in others. And I have to say they've done a fantastic job on all the moulded detail as well, those kind of cannons on the chest there and everything. You've got more pegs here, so the gun does look pretty good when it's pegged into the arm as well. And what you can do with it as well is obviously clip it on the back here and give him those cannons on the back, which looks really, really nice indeed. The only thing is, obviously, when you look at it from the side, you've got this big thing sticking out over here. But from the front, I think that looks awesome and reminds me a lot of the Fall of Cybertron Brawl that we got, which was quite a nice figure as well, which also had its flaws. But I think they've done well with this figure, and like I said, if you like Bruticus and you like the Combaticons, you'll definitely love it too. So, thanks for watching guys. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and give it a like. Remember, the rest of the Combaticons reviews will be coming very soon. And if you want to see more pictures of anything else from my collection, go ahead and follow me on Instagram. It's Homerino123 and the links will be in the description below. So for more Transformers reviews, go ahead and subscribe. Thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you next time.